Hi, so I'm just back from the beach. I've been doing some sprints with my rescue dogs in the wind. It's cold. It's switched offshore. There's dry air out there. It's like 55 degrees Fahrenheit right on the water, I figure. And bare feet and running, it gets cool out there. But we're the only ones out there. But it's late anyway, so it feels good to be back in the swing of things. It's been a few weeks since I've been doing sprints. And anyway, I've been doing these updates on my Cyberlink software for recording. I think the sound is in order now, but now it's choppy when I move fast. So I'm going to have to play with the resolution on here or something. But anyway, it's a process. It's getting better. But anyway, it's like after 4 a.m., so I'm going to get into this. What happened was I had a couple of these black sapotes that ripened overnight, one average, one moderate size, and I figure this moderate size one's at least 200 grams. And sometimes I don't know what it is about a fruit that appeals to me once I incorporate it into my diet. I mean, once you get into the cognitive appeal of it's got this nutrient, that nutrient, or whatever, then it spills over into the emotional realm, and you develop a taste for it, and you enjoy it, and you look forward to it. It's all seasonal anyway. And by the way, pomegranates have been great in the stores, better than I remember them, at least for me, what I've had access to. But anyway, black sapote season. This is the better part of a year. It's been that long since I've had one of these. And what appealed to me when I looked at the nutrient profile for this again this evening was the iron and the calcium. I forgot that it had so much iron and calcium for fruit anyway. And plus it's got 4 times the vitamin C of an orange per size, so that's going to increase the iron absorption. But it translates into one about this size, about 20% of your iron requirements, and which is quite significant because I could easily 10 of these a day at least. That'd be 2,600 calories right there. I could eat way more than 10 actually. But it also translates into about 40% of your calcium requirements for just one of these, and which is great because 2.5 of these and you got your calcium for the day, and that's nothing. And then the fiber, 15 grams of fiber per 100 grams of fruit. And so I figure about 30 grams in one. You're going to get more fiber in this than the average person gets in a whole day. Which for the or actually you're going to get in just half of this you get what the average person gets, but in the whole black sapote you get what the bare minimum recommended amounts of fiber. You would get that, which is pathetically low, but anyway, you'd have that in one. So easily, after several of these, you'd get over 100 grams of fiber. Absolutely ridiculous how much fiber is in these. But there's also copper, magnesium, potassium, and other nutrients in it too. So anyway, great nutrient profile on these. And what else was I going to say about it? And you don't have to be orthorexic about it to just kind of keep track of the nutrients, because there's always more that you can do. You can always look for, and I look for more organic, more richer soil, better source, and buying in bulk, etc. My accessibility, all that comes into play into the appeal of a particular food. But I enjoy it, and you develop a taste for it too. So you really can decide what you develop a taste for. But as far as this, it tastes a bit like chocolate. And people who are on an omnivorous diet and they incorporate chocolate into their diet regularly, they'll tell you it's real subtle chocolate flavor. But for me, I don't eat chocolate. I haven't had chocolate in years, and so to me, I enjoy the rich chocolatey flavor and texture of this, but it's more subtle. And I'm not looking for the strong chocolate flavors either. That really taste kind of fake to me. Like this, I can eat straight, but like straight chocolate, that's kind of sickly to me. But anyway, I'm just gonna slice into one of these, and right. Oops. I think the way to slice into it is this way. Going around this way is the way to go about it, as I recall. Big seeds at all. They actually sprout readily, but it's too cold here in North Florida to have much success growing these. I mean, I can get them to sprout and they can live a year or two and then they die off. That's it right there. Yep. And they don't have much of a scent to them, but wow, look how consistent that is. That's good stuff right there. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for, and it's gooey, and just like chocolate, it's messy, but I really enjoy this. But you can't eat skin, but it doesn't have any flavor. But um, really delicious, just silky smooth and consistent. Um, Subtle. I've got this one's got it's not super dark chocolate colored or flavored, but it's more it's a little bit like a milk chocolatey kind of a flavor to it, and it's a little bit kind of on the lighter side of brown. It's dark in here now though, but this is exactly how I like it when it's just ripe. When it gets a little bit ripe, completely ripe, like if I let it sit for another day, it'll get a little darker, it'll get a little gooier, it'll be more like fudgy and more like dark chocolate fudge. But when it's just right like this, it's more milk chocolatey and it's nice and dry and it's a little bit like kind of fluffy and airy. That's just so you can want to sink your teeth into it. But this is so agreeable for breakfast straight. Last thing you eat straight. So this is something you could eat late because of the high fiber content and it's light. But yet because it's got the fiber, it kind of fills you up. But it's low in fat too, so easy to eat late at night. But this is absolutely delicious. I've already ordered my next batch. This is an extra large case that I got. I ordered it from Miami Fruit. I just noticed, they put out an alert yesterday. Buy it and get a discount, black sapote, for the next 24 hours. And they put that out yesterday. So that had already expired, and I didn't notice it. But I checked anyway. I thought, well, maybe I can still get a discount. I looked on there. It was still up there. So I don't know if it's going to be still up there in the morning. But it ended up being $40 off for the box, and for that day. And then they've got right now they're running free shipping for the next week, so that's $20 off. So I ended up getting $60 off on my next extra large case. This case, I guess there's probably about 2, 4, 6, 7, I don't know, maybe 30 of these in a case, maybe 35, something like that. But I'll stretch it for a couple weeks. This with my other groceries, this will be it'll last for a week and a half or so until my next case gets in. But anyway, that's it for the black sapote, and it's closely related to persimmon. And so some people call it black persimmon, but it's a tropical fruit. It's native to Mexico, and I look forward to it. It's that time of season, so for the next several weeks it'll be available. Maybe for the next 5 or 6 weeks it'll be available through like Miami Fruit. And there's some other places in Florida too that are selling it in South Florida. Anyway, have a healthy rest of the holiday.